For 10 years, I carried a single sentence with me. I polished it in my head like a stone in my pocket, smoothing its edges until it felt solid and heavy. It was a monologue meant to dismantle the wall between us, a precise indictment of his silence, a demand for the affection I believed I was owed since childhood. I rehearsed it in shower stalls and traffic jams, timing the pauses, calculating exactly where his stoicism would crack, and finally offer me the validation of an apology. The script was my armor, and as I turned onto the gravel lane leading to his farmhouse, I felt its weight press against my ribs, ready to be used. The house smelled of old paper and peppermint, the scent of a life slowing down. He sat in a wing-back chair by the window, a blanket tucked over his knees, smaller now than the giant who had loomed over my adolescence. When I sat across from him, the dust motes drifting through the afternoon light felt almost mocking. Everything here was settled, static, and impossibly peaceful. He offered a weak smile, his hands trembling as he gestured toward an empty mug on the side table, completely unaware that he was facing a decade's worth of rehearsed resentment. We waded through small talk first. The heat wave, the neighbor's new fence. I waited for the silence I knew would come. When it arrived, it stretched out, thick, expectant, the perfect stage. I gripped the armrests, my knuckles whitening, and drew a breath to deliver the first devastating line. This was the moment I had driven 300 miles for, the moment meant to rewrite our history and fix the broken machinery of our relationship. I opened my mouth. He turned from the window and looked at me. His eyes, clouded by cataracts, were suddenly disarming in their softness. "I'm glad you came," he said. His voice was a dry rasp that held no authority and no defense, only a simple, naked gratitude. In that instant, the anger I had nurtured for so long felt obsolete, like a heavy winter coat worn on a scorching summer day. I understood, with a quiet shock, that the man I had come to confront no longer existed, if he ever really had. Dropping my prepared bomb now wouldn't free me. It would only crush a frail old man who was simply happy to see his son. I exhaled a breath I felt I'd been holding since I was 17. The stone of my prepared speech crumbled to dust. "I'm glad I came too, Dad," I said, surprised to find it was the truth. We didn't excavate the past or dissect the damage. We sat together, watching the light shift across the floorboards, comfortable in a silence that no longer needed explaining. There was no grand catharsis, just the steady rhythm of two men sharing a room. And for the first time, that was enough.